I'm on duty right now.
Come and visit my shop during working hours.
You have a big nose.
Guards!
Oops.
All yoke, tar, betide.
Well. This snake woman makes me sick. Two or three?
Locked.
Please forgive the vulgarity of my men, but they are good soldiers above all else. They want to be sure that no goblin or Ilcid gets past the castle gates.
Are the goblins your enemies?
Well, not really. As a rule, we tolerate them. Sometimes we need them to trade gemstones and other things, but relations with them go no further.
What about the Ilcids?
Every time we find out more about them, it costs us dear in human lives. They are formidable fighters, powerful and merciless. We must be on our guard. They are dangerous enemies of the realm. I am sorry, but really, I have no time for you.
Hey, mate. Look, I have no money for you. Just leave me alone, will you?
As good as new.
You can have faith in the quality of all my weapons. I supply the troops of King Lunshire himself.
Should have been cooked. That's easier.
It's too complicated for me.
Gary is a rich and influential man. Oh, how I love him.
We need more information about the earthquakes. It's getting more and more troubling. Minor tremors have always been a part of life in Arx, but there's no denying that they've become more frequent of late. I suspect that the energy channel created by Akbar's worshippers must disturb the natural order. It must stop, and soon.
Do you think there's danger of a general collapse?
If this were the case, our order would have discovered it. The real danger at the moment is Akbar.
Be vigilant, both of you, and warn me the minute you have news. Thank you once more, Amshigar. The rocks have been cleared. You have once again earned our thanks and this reward. You have proven yourself a valuable asset to the kingdom, and I shall have to consider a more official role for you here. Ah, yes. How would you like it if I made you
Your Majesty, we have discovered signs that another ritual has taken place.
That's the third one in less than a week. Where this time?
Just by the air duct, Your Majesty. Do you think this could be connected with the Fallon Orboplanix murder?
Probably. I'll get my new friend to look into it. Thank you, Carlo. You may go.
Very good, sire.
Well then, what do you think of this? I suggest you investigate this shady sect, who I am almost sure have executed Fallon Orboplanix, our old astronomer. I need someone who is not known as an agent of the king, a fearless man. Will you serve me in this role?
This is all somewhat confusing, Your Majesty, but I could certainly look into it.
I know you will not disappoint me. You will be free to question any of my people in your investigations. Guards, give this man free rein of the castle's private quarters. In addition, dear Amshigar, here is the key to one of my royal chambers. It is now yours. Please consider it your new home.
That is a most kind gesture.
Don't mention it. We shall hold a council meeting as soon as you bring back news of these disturbing events.
Beware. We're watching you. It's far too quiet. I don't like it.
I feel tired.
It's too complicated for me.
We are the protectors of the Kingdom of Arx.
It's too com- It's impossible.
We shall hold a meeting of the council once you have uncovered some clues.
Aha.
I'm sorry, but I won't be able to sell you anything today. I'm gonna have to close up the stall now.
Are you in need of a healer?
No, I'm not sick. It's my little girl, Shani. She's been missing since yesterday, and I'm beside myself with worry.
Missing?
She was playing at the other side of the square, near the jewelers, and she never came back to the stall. Nobody has seen her, and the guards are far too busy dealing with the Illicit attacks to do anything about it.
I will discover what has happened to your little girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are heaven sent, traveler.
Please, look at my wares and help yourself. Have a look in these chests and help yourself.
Me? Drunk? I don't know what you're talking about. You have to watch those goblins. Vicious little bastards they are. You have to watch those goblins. Vicious little bastards they are. Hey? I can't believe what happened yesterday.
I'm so worried about my little girl.
It's too complicated for me. Do you have anything to tell me about the rituals?
I have already told you everything I know, Shigar.
I'm not
Food was
paid
all
to
right.
stand and
The
chat.
wine was bad.
You can have faith in the quality of all my weapons. I supply the troops of King Lunshire himself.
I do not yet have the skill to do that.
Oh, my dear Gary is so terribly industrious.
Your health. Please, sir. Refrain from your intrusions. Have I seen you somewhere before? Now I remember.
I feel tired.
Always the same. Now I remember. Must have been that.
War, eh?
Action. guys. We're gonna need it.
Thanks. Good night.
Night.
Yeah, good night. For those who can sleep.
Wouldn't you have drawn this pentagram in blood?
Anyone who knows anything about the magic arts would know that this symbol protects us from the demon. Since our astronomer, Fallon Orbiplanix, was murdered, I can feel that something evil is hanging over the whole of Arx.
And what about these rituals? Who killed Orbiplanix?
Darkness pours from these rituals. The death of Fallon Orbiplanix has all the signs of black magic and its evil practices. Fallon was a good man, righteous and steadfast. I suppose he found out the truth about who is carrying out these rituals. Let yourself be infused with the wisdom in these tomes.
Sweeberus, what can you tell me about the rituals? Do you know who killed Fallon Orbiplanix?
Really, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I'm still just a novice in my art, and on top of that, I hate violence.
What did the stars tell you?
My job demands high levels of concentration, you know.
Locked. Not really a very successful attempt.
One more day in paradise.
I'm sure I've forgotten something.
I could have drunk a bit more yesterday.
is too complicated for me.
Well, I could have drunk a bit more yesterday.
This job is boring. I should make it. That guy snored so strong last night I could hardly get some sleep.
Oh, I know what I forgot.
It's impossible.
Next time I see him, I'll tell him what I really think.
Must have been that.
That guy snored so strong last night I could hardly get some sleep.
One more day in paradise.
Let your mind lose itself in this library.
Locked.
I am Felnor, alchemist of the kingdom, and friend of the late Fallon Orbiplanix.
Who was Fallon Orbiplanix?
Fallon was our astronomer. He died a few days ago. I think he was about to bring to light a terrible plan, but he never got time to say more about it.
I'm investigating the rituals and the death of Fallon Orbiplanix.
All I can tell you is that these two things are linked. I have here a note that Fallon gave me the day he died, in case anything happened to him. I never really understood what it meant. Maybe you will understand.
I'm investigating Fallon's death.
You must continue your investigation in his laboratories or his quarters. Let yourself be infused with the wisdom in these tomes.
Locked. Locked.
Ah, here we are. Fallon's precious notebook. I think it is time to call the council together.
Very well. Now that all the members of the council are present, let us begin. Felnor, what have you found in Fallon Orbiplanix's notes?
Let me see. Fallon mentions something about the guard, Urzog. He says he saw him practicing dark rituals involving animal sacrifices. Perhaps it was Urzog who was behind Fallon's murder. Or perhaps it was even the high priest of the cult of Akbar. Oh, listen to this. I discovered the existence of a cult which wishes to invoke Akbar onto Arx.
Always suspicious of that Urzog. Guards, throw Urzog into the cells.
Felnor, who is this Akbar I heard you speak of?
Akbar is a powerful devil, the god of destruction. that this cult is evidently trying to invoke and bring back to Arx. It would be blasphemy to allow this act to be perpetrated, and a total disaster for every living being on our planet.
Yes, here. Listen to the next bit. This evening I shall contact the Nodin to ask for their help.
The Nodin?
The Nodin is the dimension which regulates the existence of gods. They maintain the universal equilibrium by preventing an imbalance in the power of gods.
If Fallon really had been able to contact the Nodin, it is possible they may have sent an emissary here to stop the coming of Akbar.
An emissary?
These emissaries are creatures of pure energy when they are on the Nodin. They are sent to cut off the energy channels which might drive the gods out of their dimension. I have heard amazing tales of emissaries who have the strength of 100 men, or who can perform the highest forms of magic. Others who are invincible. These emissaries are called guardians.
Somewhere in the fortress is a cult which recites impious prayers to a fragment of a meteorite made entirely of a material called colt. This rock is said to have come from the place where Akbar was born. Normally, this substance is indestructible. In truth, Belnor, only a guardian of the Nodin could destroy this meteor.
How could one of these guardians stop the incarnation of a god just by destroying a piece of rock?
It is the impious prayers of the priests and their hideous sacrifices which are focused by the meteor. It provides a channel of energy for Akbar, who, when he has gathered enough, will be able to complete his incarnation in Arx. If that happens, destruction and suffering will be unleashed upon us. We must find and destroy this meteorite at any cost.
How shall we find this guardian?
I have a fragment of Kaldic in my laboratory, which may be of great assistance in finding him.
Let's be clear about one thing. We know that the cult of Akbar has a great presence in Arx, and that it is gaining power. Luckily, we were able to stop Erzog, the cult's high priest, before it was too late. But other worshippers could still invoke Akbar. We must find this famed guardian of the Nodin as soon as possible.
In addition, the war with the Ilsids is very troubling, Majesty. What should we do about it?
Carlo, we need a solid plan of defense. I fear the worst. Nobody knows exactly what these Ilsids are or who commands them. Guards, bring me the fragment of Koltk, Amshigar. While our army is facing the Ilsids, we will need your help to find this legendary guardian. I cannot deny that this task will be harsh and lengthy. In fact, we have no idea what the guardian will look like, or even if it is already among us. But I have faith in your capabilities.
Here's the stone, Your Majesty.
Good. Put it on the table. Take this stone, Amshigar. It's a small thing. The guardian is the only one who is capable of destroying this fragment of meteor. Above all, take great care. Great heavens!
Welcome, Guardian. Allow me to explain your next mission. You know the rules of the Nodin, the dimension of gods and demon princes. No being of power is permitted to leave this dimension, but Akbar is preparing to invade a world called Arx. A group of his followers is presently trying to invoke him. You know that this must not be. We cannot fight Akbar from here, for we can impose nothing on the gods. So we shall send you to destroy this cult which worships him, and without the adulation of followers, his power will diminish to acceptable levels.
I shall destroy this cult, Master.
It will be no simple task. For this mission, we shall confer upon you a specific skill to allow you to destroy the cultic rock which is linked to Akbar's power. It is impervious to mortal attack. This rock is the source of the problem, as it channels the energy given by Akbar's followers. Soon, Akba will have enough energy to enable him to complete his incarnation on Arx.
I understand, Master. Well, I have a contact in Arx.
Your contact died during the transmission of his message. You will have to find your own way when you get there. This is extremely troublesome, as the shock of the passage is disastrous for a Guardian's memory. You may be disoriented for a while before your memory returns and you recall this conversation. But there is no other way. Prepare yourself. You are about to be transported. I will bring you back when you have completed your mission. But that means that Shigar is...
The Guardian. It all makes sense to me now, and especially his constant desire to help others. I am honored to meet you, Guardian.
Touching this stone has enlightened my mind. We're sent here to stop the coming of Akba, but I must act without delay. First, I need to gain access to the secret temple. There I shall destroy the stone by simply touching it.
May the wisdom of the Nodin guide you, Shigar.
Don't let us delay you further.
Oops.